Hello and welcome to another episode of my Dark and Light Let's Play series. So as you can see right off the bat, I have my bow and a quiver full of glowing arrows. These arrows are what is necessary for at least early game tames. Not all tames are done with the hook arrow, but most of the things you ride are done with the hook arrows. I'll show you what they do right away here. I'm about to tame what's in front of me. Arguably one of the easier tames, but definitely not the easiest, but one of the more useful ones. I can't learn the saddle for this quite yet, but it can come with you and carry your items for you. And they do hold a lot. So you shoot, and it has a reach distance. And then you pull on that reach distance. And then you drop it again. And then you shoot. And then you pull. And eventually what this does is it wears down the creature that you're fighting. You don't want to go too far away from the tethering point, or it does break. The lines do break. They aren't indestructible or anything like that. So you want to stretch these out fairly far and just have them run. It does take a few of these to get them down. It does take a while. That's why I had 56 of these arrows. Now hopefully that actually the bow lasts. You'll see the arrows only do 1 damage. That's just so you don't ever kill the thing you're trying to tame, which I love. Arc, I felt, could do this if they wanted to, but it doesn't feel natural, as Arc is a little more natural, even though it's still fantasy dinosaur based. This you can just say, well, this is designed to tame through magic and it does less damage, where you're actually shooting an arrow with narcotics in Arc. So, and this takes a while. I am running low in stamina, so I think we'll just walk it off. I walk about as fast as he charges. I think he goes a little faster, but yeah, a little faster. Get half my stamina back there. And he is a level 56, so that also helps determine how much torpidity, how much consciousness he's able to withstand. Bow is almost down. We might have to take a few hits to repair the bow, because we don't run as fast when we're repairing things. I think we got 1 shot left. Maybe 2. Well, looks like his torpidity is going low. Let's try quickly repair this thing. Hey, it's down. Okay, so after it is down, you can look at its stats and you can notice how far along its fatigue drains and its taming goes up. So what you want to do is place a feeding trough by its head or somewhere around the body. I don't think it has to be quite by its head. And then put some feed in here. Now, I believe they eat this. But otherwise I am very sure that they eat apples. And rare flowers, I think, but those are somewhat difficult to just have in stock. Now, I think it has to get... You'll notice that its stomach, its food level goes down, and once it reaches about 40 below, it'll eat 1 thing. So we'll just wait here. Yeah, it is always 40 it seems, which is nice. and it looks like it didn't eat this. So I think this is just used for selling to Gorgons. I'll probably pull that out, but it guaranteed does eat apples. And if you do make the Gorgon scythe right here, or any scythe, Gorgon scythe is a little better. You can turn trees into a large amount of apples. Now another thing is, well, 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. And one other thing is you notice that its fatigue goes down, and you can actually shoot it with more of these arrows to bring its fatigue back up as you're taming it, which is actually really important because it does take a while to tame this. Now I even have it on 4 times taming speed, so, and there's nothing you can feed it that raises its fatigue. You have to shoot it with these arrows, I believe. But this amount of apples should be enough. I was hoping this would be better for it, you know, herbivore feed, but doesn't look like it. See if I can get more rare flowers though. Gorgon scythe should be able to. It's uncommon. Problem is the rare flowers do not last long. They do spoil very quickly. Ah, annoying little guy. I do recommend staying by your tame. Hyenas don't naturally attack it, but anything that does naturally attack it will take advantage of the fact that it's down and just kill it, because it can't fight back. Okay. What's next? Refill water, refill hunger. Drop off some weight. How fast is his taming going? Yeah, we're definitely going to shoot him with a few arrows. We've got 30 more, it looks like, so we should be fine. As you saw, it took 26 arrows, 26 arrows, because we started with 56. To bring that guy down. Could have maybe taken less if you just let the durability of the hook arrows run all of their full lengths, but that takes longer, I believe. You just use less arrows. They aren't terribly hard to make. Just using regular arrows, charcoal, and twine, I believe. And the older versions of the game, it used to cost magic shards, which wasn't terrible either, but a little harder to get. Charcoal is just something you can always be making in the background just by doing other things. Cooking food, using the forge. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is between this episode and the last, I went looking for potential areas for the overseer and stuff, and I actually got robbed. I couldn't remember earlier how goblins exactly worked, but just so you know, and so that it never happens to you, I was being chased by 3 goblins, and I thought they take one item at a time. So I'm like, okay, I need to repair the spell. If they take a few things, that's fine. I can always just kill them after the thing's done repairing. But no, what they do is they knock you unconscious with clubs. And you go unconscious and they take everything immediately. You have no way to fight them back. So what I did, after a bit of frustration and, you know, punching a few goblins, I killed myself using the command trigger death. And I just made everything again, except for the stuff that was loot. And after that, I I was worried the goblins despawned, but I went and checked anyway, and one of the goblins I killed that was in that area had all of my stuff. So I'm not sure if passive or common mobs like that actually despawn, which is awesome, especially when you accidentally get your stuff taken. So just so you guys know, so it doesn't happen to you. Definitely, hopefully it won't happen to me again. Who knows? Anything else? Another wraith spawned in with a meteor. So if you notice last video how we killed two wraiths that were both stuck on each other in a meteor, I have a feeling they're spawning in when the meteors come down. So I think I just gotta watch out for that. If I see a meteor coming down, there might just be a wraith attached to it. And it looks like the more powerful the wraith is, the more abilities they have, because I remember seeing skeletons being spawned by one of them, but that was really high level, and thankfully he disappeared. And it's not always the same loot, so it is worth killing them over and over, because there are some decent loots. From the last guy was the death scythe, which I used, and it is absolutely insane the amount of damage that thing puts out. I don't know if I can repair it. I don't think it's damaged enough for me to check right now, but I guess I'll play around with it later and we'll see. Now I had some cores, elemental cores. There we go. Yeah, so I also found some fire cores in the meteor that dropped beside it, so that was nice. Put some seeds in here. Is that it for seeds? Yeah. Put the cores in here. Drop off the rare and uncommon wood. Forgot we have tons of wood in here. I have to keep better track of that. Put the charcoal back in here. It's fairly heavy. We have everything except for the magic essence bottles to make an elk shapeshifting rune. What the heck was that? Oh, that makes a cool sound. I didn't know that. Put 200 in here. You make 10 bottles for this elk rune, I believe. Oh no, just one. Oh. Well, okay. Do I have magic shards in here? I do not. Split. It needs to be full of water. Does that count? Yes, it does. Okay, well, let's try this elk shapeshift rune here. Okay, so it is single use, but you get 3 out of it. So that's neat to know. Yeah, I think let's go check on our longhorn baby. Probably shoot it with a few more arrows. Yeah. If I had better feed for this, I'd say always drag these hook arrows that you shoot it with to the max. I feel like that does the most fatigue raising. So you notice also that when I hit it, its wildness factor went down. I don't know if that works like an arc, where if you hurt it while trying to tame it, it levels up upon taming less. I haven't seen a video on it. Not too many people play Dark and Light compared to Arc, so maybe I'll do a little bit more research into it, but for now, it's level 56. It's already way higher than me, so anything is better than nothing. There was a level 76 around here earlier, but I don't know where he went. He could be that guy over there, just wandered far enough. Enough apples? Yeah, he's already gone through 10, looks like. Maybe we'll get a few more. Apples, and then we'll probably just try out the elk shapeshifting room. The elk aren't hard to farm. The antlers are just the rarest drop. Oh yeah, let's put the apples away first. Okay, well, I don't know what this is going to look like. I might actually just pop one there and then see if it has an animation for it. Yep. Fancy. Okay, so it does have a time limit. I don't know if you can cancel it early. Looks like animations are a little different while you're in this form. You can't see the line drawn by the hook arrows. I don't know if other players can see that you're a player while you're in this form. Okay, so you also cannot eat. It looks like. Yeah, none of the buttons actually let me eat. Okay, well, hyenas can still attack you. Okay. I think that went earlier than the timer. So that's interesting to know. Not sure what caused me to go out. Maybe it was because the game sensed that I had to fight. That could be. In which case, I don't think that's so useful. It's cool. I don't know how useful that is. Yeah, this guy's going to take a long time still. Just can't leave the area, or he could wake up and then you lose all your progress. I am seeing a lot more water elementals spawn around here, which is neat. I don't know if I want to start killing them yet to harvest them or what, because they're passive, but the earth elementals I fought the other time, not so passive. I could start thinking about making a wooden base, because I do have all the engrams unlocked for it. Part of the reason why I'm taming this longhorn is because he will have the extra storage I want for carrying all the materials and during gathering and stuff, or even just hauling them to the new place, wherever that is. I also have not checked to see what's up there. I haven't gone around and back up, so Maybe I'll do that right away while this guy's doing his thing, eating some apples. Should definitely be able to do it with the amount of arrows I have. I also have no idea that if I shoot him too much, will he wake up if the wildness drops too low? I am not sure. Yep, there is the level 76. Also found out that the two-headed bird, the Barundas, aren't aggressive. I think if you walk into them just like the boars, they'll come after you. But otherwise, they don't mind if you're just near them, which is nice to know. I thought I was going to die to one earlier when I had all my stuff stolen from the goblins. This lightning spell is really powerful, and is definitely I wouldn't say it's a level, like a progress change, but it allows you to deal with so much more stuff. Doing 80 instant damage rather than 40 from the frostbolt is such a big difference. Now, if you get caught by more than one creature, then it starts to become a little bit of a problem. Oh yeah, there's the hyena. If it was something like 2 hyenas, then you can freeze both of them and kill them both before they're yep, there's the other one. I do have a fair amount of armor now. The mithril heavy greaves, I mean, the armor is ridiculous. The regular hard leather greaves did around 15 armor. Yeah, exactly 15 armor. And this is 196. So this is going to change a lot too. Now, if I could carry that scythe around, I would. But currently I just don't have a good enough... 168? What? You just have really, really weak magic resistance? Well, that was neat. I don't know if all the wolves are like that. Probably shouldn't go too far away from the longhorn again. Now, between this episode and the next, or after the next one, I am just gonna drop everything and go look for an overseer to kill. And maybe leave my stuff at home, like armor included. And just see if I can find an overseer to kill. Because you just need to kill it and the quest is done forever. Because I really want the Pan Hero Reincarnation Stone. I can make one, so maybe I'll do that in between this episode if I don't feel like going to find an Overseer. I should definitely still go find an Overseer just to get the quest line done. Upgrade my stats a little bit. We'll see. Maybe the Stone Incarnation will help me enough to survive long enough to find an Overseer. Probably shoot him with 2 more arrows here. Apple's looking good. Apple's looking pretty good there. So, well, how much weight does he carry? 348 off base. Curious how much that's going to go up. It's 900 health. We shot him with 8 arrows since he went down. So 900 health is pretty good. He doesn't have any armor though, unless we put a saddle on him, which is a little unfortunate. Because I can make a boar, pigling, and horse saddle. Nothing other than that. If I go over to knowledge and go to riding, halfway to the next one, which is flathorn. Haven't seen any of those yet. And deer, which is what I can turn into. The rank after that, I believe, is longhorn? Nope, not even after that. It's rank 4. Right there. What does it cost? Craft saddles, collect hide, and tame creatures. Let's see if we get into rank 2 just by taming this guy. So we're getting pretty high on the physical armor. We can make copper armor now. But it has to be done at a workbench? Yeah, we don't have a workbench yet. Magic armor, we're still only at rank 1. Probably because I just don't craft it. If I actually crafted these, then it wouldn't be so bad. This is going to be nice, the summoning pool. This lets you revive dead pets. I believe it's more... It costs a lot of copper. I believe it's more important for creatures you've subdued, which is how you tame monsters instead of these beasts. This is one of the crafting components for taming monsters. It's a lot of 11s. I think the hardest thing to craft there would be the ice cubes. It costs 1 bottled water and some magic shards each. So that's 11 bottled water. Farming is going to be nice, so we can make our crop plot. Fertilizer is grass and charcoal. That's pretty easy. Can only be crafted at a compost bin. Which is that thing? Yeah. I think it's a make fertilizer over time thing. Maybe we'll get into farming. Not 100% sure yet. Can't get into special foraging until you're 45, which is going to take forever. I can't even start this till the next level. Seems pretty interesting. Bone soup. Crispy steak. What if those are rare flowers? Pumpkin pie. It's bread. Oh yeah, we don't... Could start planting some wheat. The Gorgon scythe does get you quite a bit of wheat seeds. What do I have for tasks? So we do have farming now. So if I craft that and the compost, that's done. It's not terrible. Okay, so I need to tame a sheep for this one. Because I definitely made enough stone hook arrows. I haven't made a crossbow yet, so that's neat. Need taming knowledge rank 3 for that. Craft framework. Place framework. This, I need to kill Boglord. This, Pigling, which is really easy. This I need to kill an Overseer. It's fairly easy again. This auto-completes if You get it as a reward from this. No, not this. This. So if you just get this off killing a boglord, then it auto completes that for you. I think I'm going to put 2 more arrows into him. Okay, there's another wraith. Oh man, I'm glad he hasn't seen me while I was searching my inventory. We'll try deal with him. I gotta see what level he is. What is my lightning spell looking at for durability? I need that repaired. He hasn't seen me? Good. This is gonna be tough. Last one I fought recently was a level 10, which made it a little easier. Maybe I'll try get him to attack these creatures. Maybe he's stuck on the meteor. Oh man, this does nothing to him. Well, as long as he doesn't move, we're fine. Looks like he might be stuck in a skeleton. I'm sure I'm going to level up if I do this. Should actually learn to count my shots. Not enough mana, huh? Well, I don't use these enough. Mana potion done. Now, just in case he breaks free, I'll do this now. How many uses do I have? 4? That's not enough. I think it's attacking fish. Repair. That should do it, hopefully. I think it burns long enough. Nice, one more. Ah, man. Yeah, I was stuck on a skeleton. Thank you, skeleton. Although you're actually pretty tough yourself, aren't you? You have a lot of health. There's my level up. I'll go loot those guys in a second. I want to make sure nothing's attacking these guys. He's getting close. Don't think I should need to put any more arrows into him. I will put my magic harvester on. Looks like there's a wolf over there. Hopefully it doesn't decide to travel. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Now, is that an uncommon fireball spell? I'll have to check. Could be rare. That would be neat. Meteor has some good stuffs. Pretty heavy stuffs. Now, if this guy has a scythe for, yeah, might have to make a few trips. He has an epic iron axe. Now, that is something. A rare lightning bolt. Man, okay. We're getting some good stuff. Drop the meat. Whatever's left of your flesh. Okay, wow. Oh man, there's a goblin there. Good thing I saw him. Now that's just a crafting, right? Yeah, let's put the actual light in here. 2 and 3. So we'll do the level up later. Thankfully, I don't see any more goblins. Do I need to shoot you? I'll wait a bit more. I'm curious where I would find Snowfeather. I have a feeling I have to go to the snowy mountains to find a snow owl, which would be troublesome. I'm actually going to put a point of the stamina there. More health is always nice. What are you? Witch's hat. Okay, you're like the pumpkin. So the pumpkin has 999 physical armor and 1 magic proof. This has the opposite, with the same amount of durability. I wonder what you need to be made. Now you're rare. What do you take? 61 copper, huh? Ay ay ay. You can only make 2 of you with this blueprint, but you just repair the ones that you make. What are you? Rare mithril robe hat. Not gonna make you in a long time, because 221 mithril ingots. The only way I'm getting mithril is from those meteors. Buying those. You uncommon? You are freaking rare. There's a lot of good loots in there. Epic iron axe. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to be testing out is the iron axe. I want to see if I get a ton of wood. Like that epic iron axe does more damage than my sword. So let's hit a rock, I guess, first. Well, I think I got the same amount of stone from that rock, but cleared it in 3 hits. Okay, well it seems like it makes harvesting faster, not more efficient, in terms of more per tree. I think I'll head to sleep quickly while that finishes. Now did this finish? Almost. I think I have some more now for you. Drop. Have a lot of meat, that's for sure. So, if you're noticing your sleeping bags disappearing when you sleep in them, it looks like they have durability based on the number of times you sleep in them. So, just so you know. I was wondering for a while that they just all of a sudden disappeared for no reason, but it seems like they get used and they break. after a number of times sleeping in them, which they can be repaired. So the bed is definitely better to have. Yeah, I would hate for you to get angry. Although you're only level 8, I'm sure I could kill you almost in one hit here. Which is tempting, but I also know I can tame you. Maybe I'll wait for another one to spawn that's higher level. 76 plus burning damage is pretty good there. I think I'll just run to the guys, yeah. You look a lot creepier when you're dead. Not gonna lie. Okay, you are very close to being done. I hope nothing comes at a random time here. Well, we will finish this tame, name it, and maybe run around with it a little bit, but it is past the wrapping up point, so just quickly get this done. I'd say about 3 more eats. Might actually put 2 more arrows into him. Didn't think it would take this many arrows, but guess that's just how it is. You could definitely make these arrows as he's down, so not terrible to make. His wildness stayed pretty good. I think because I've kept my attack damage so low that these arrows for sure only do 1 damage. I have no idea if you started pumping your attack damage for melee combat that these would go up. Guess I should drop off some stuff. So I don't want to leave him yet. I wonder what an iron axe does to a corpse. Yeah, a little bit more drops there. Definitely noticed that. Definitely enough apples. Definitely enough apples. Probably eat some of those myself and then deposit the rest into his inventory. Guess I should start thinking about what I'm going to name him. I am tiny, so I feel like I should keep the trend going and name him Tiny Horn. Tiny the mage and his tiny horn. So close. We'll see how much he goes up in this next eat right here. And it might take 2 more. It looks like it might take 1. His fatigue should be fine. Overall, that took about 40 arrows to tame a level 56. I definitely noticed, because I have tamed one of these on my other profile that had the same taming speed. I definitely noticed that the lower the level, the faster the tame. Took about half this time, I believe, for the last one. That's a wyvern, right? I wonder if it just takes hook arrows to tame these guys, because I would really like to have a fly mount. And there he is. Tiny horn. Maybe we'll keep that 2. Yeah, we'll do it like that. I didn't change your name. Change name. Tiny horn. There we go. What level did you end up becoming? Okay, so he jumped from level 56 to 79, which put him 150 more health, about 20 more carry weight, all around just a beast. Now, where's my feeding trough? Let's light things up here. Ah, there it is. And demolish. No need to leave that on the ground. Now let's eat a few of these ourselves and drop the rest off. Okay, let's go to the base. Did my lights? I think my light canceled itself. There we go. Yeah, I guess I should have thought of that first. Do you follow me around to this side? You do. Okay. So I guess if that happens, as long as you have a big enough base, you can lead them to the side. Because I will probably change you to... So I gotta stay. Okay, perfect. Now we have a little guy guarding our base for now. Probably take him with me on my next expedition for gathering. I don't know if I'll take him along as protection for something. I don't know how strong he is in that area. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and learned a little bit about taming in Dark and Light. If you liked this episode, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also turn on that notification bell if you have subscribed. And thank you guys very much for watching.